Welcome back to Hollywood Hype. Today, we're diving into the explosive rise of Caroline Leavitt, Trump's new White House press secretary, who is shaking up the media landscape like never before. Despite being new to the role, she's already proving to be a powerhouse, delivering some of the most hard-hitting responses the press has ever faced. With confidence, composure, and a firm grasp of the facts, Leavitt has been dismantling media narratives with ease, leaving reporters scrambling for words. In today's video, we'll break down some of her most memorable takedowns that have left the mainstream media speechless. Trust me, you're in for a treat. From the moment she stepped up to the podium, it was clear that Caroline Leavitt was not here to play games. Just 10 minutes into her debut briefing, she set the tone for how she intends to operate. When asked if she would advocate for the president or provide unvarnished truth, she didn't hesitate. "I commit to telling the truth from this podium every single day," she declared, calling out the media for past misinformation, while vowing to hold both herself and journalists accountable. She made it clear that while she would be transparent, she expected the same level of integrity from the press. Her firm stance immediately signaled a shift in how press briefings would be conducted under her leadership. For those unfamiliar with her background, Caroline Leavitt, at just 27 years old, made history as the youngest ever White House press secretary under Trump. She gained recognition as an effective communicator during Trump's third campaign and previously served as assistant press secretary under Kayleigh McEnany. She even ran for Congress in 2022, defeating a Republican establishment-backed candidate before ultimately losing to the Democratic incumbent. With a degree in communications and political science from Street Anselm College, Leavitt has built a career on her ability to cut through media bias and deliver a message with clarity and strength. During a press briefing, Leavitt tackled the ongoing debate about diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives head-on. When asked about the administration's stance on celebrating Black History Month, she reaffirmed the importance of honoring all Americans' contributions while rejecting the idea of reducing history to a single month. Her response echoed sentiments previously expressed by Morgan Freeman, who famously criticized Black History Month as unnecessary, since Black history is American history. The reporters, however, weren't satisfied and continued pressing her, attempting to frame a narrative. Unfazed, she doubled down, stating that the administration prioritizes competency and merit over race, gender, or disability status. People should not be hired based on their skin color, gender, or race. What matters is how well they can do their job, she asserted, reinforcing the administration's commitment to common-sense hiring policies. Perhaps one of her most viral moments came when she finally shut down repeated questions about DEI. When you're flying on an airplane with your loved ones, do you pray that the pilot has a certain skin color, or do you pray that the plane lands safely? She asked, exposing the absurdity of identity-based hiring. The room fell silent. Even Trump himself backed her up, calling it common sense. This kind of direct, no-nonsense approach has made her a nightmare for the mainstream media, who thrive on twisting narratives. And of course, it didn't take long for critics like The View's Joy Behar to attack her. Behar suggested that Leavitt only got the job because she was a 10 in Trump's book. Call it sexist, call it jealousy. But there's no denying that Leavitt's sharpness and articulation leave her critics struggling to keep up. Leavitt's impact isn't just limited to media takedowns. She's also addressing critical issues within the government. During a heated exchange on remote work policies, a reporter tried to paint her stance as dismissive of experienced federal employees. Leavitt quickly countered, explaining that American taxpayers deserve government workers who actually show up to their offices. Most doctors who work in hospitals have to be present. Why should government employees be any different? She argued. It was another moment where she showcased her ability to shut down loaded questions with logic and precision. Even as she wrapped up her very first press briefing, she couldn't resist taking a jab at Joe Biden. When asked how frequently she would hold press briefings, she playfully responded, "The president is the best spokesperson this White House has, and you'll be hearing from both him and me as much as possible." The shade was undeniable. While Biden's media accessibility has been a point of contention, Leavitt made it clear that this administration won't be hiding from the press. It's been only a few days since Trump took office, but with Caroline Leavitt at the podium, it already feels like a new era. She's sharp, fearless, and completely unfazed by the media's usual tactics. As political consultant Craig Shirley put it, politics is motion, and Donald Trump is a study in motion. The same can be said about Caroline Leavitt. She's a force to be reckoned with. But what do you think? Is she exactly what the press briefing room needed? Or do you think she's too combative? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hard-hitting political coverage. See you in the next one.